Test. Testing, testing.
Yep. You're
Are they mono or are they stereo? Mono, test, test. Look at the speaker, and we are live as well. Test, test, test. Which side are you?
Can you hear me? 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, testing, 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 1, 2. Yep. Got a good sound? Sorry?
He wants to try.
One, two, 1, 2, testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing. Good afternoon and welcome to this afternoon's main event, the D1 Boys Final between Minnetonka and Albert Lea. Brought to you by Kieran's Irish Pubs, Bushy Promotions, AMG Parcels, Cottages Group, Nothing Bundt Cakes and Kingfisher Construction. I'll read the teams. Representing Minnetonka, number 1, Joey Donnelly. Number 2, Gavin Nelson. Number 3, Noah Ralph. Number 4, Asen Dahlstrom. Number 5, Josh Dahlstrom. Number 6, Don McCarthy. Number 7, Felix Schneider. Number 8, Dylan Johnson. Number 9, Jonathan Funderburg. Number 10, Antonio Castillo. Number 11, Tyler Helm. Number 12, Jerry Mambonde. Number 13, Thomas Poston. Number 14, Riker Magnuson. And number 15, Cy Johnson. The Albert Lea team led by number 1, loosehead prop, Evan Schroeder. Number 2, hooker, Ledger Studia. Number 3, tight head prop, William Velasquez. Number 4, Christian Posson. Number 5, Caden Foreman. Number 6, Evan Flores. Number 7, Devin Gross. Number 8, Esteban Mixteco. Number 9, Luis Chavez. 10, Dylan Gross. 11, Soren Fremstad. 12, William Bleifeld. 13, Tegan Tulbers. 14, Ryan Collins. And 15, Edison Enser. And your referees today are Dan Frankenfeld, the referee, assisted by Nate Lewis and Dan Drescher. There's a kick downfield from Minnetonka, fielded by the number 15 from Albert Lea, who's looking to run this back, and he returns the kick. Minnetonka 15 in place to receive that. He steadies himself, and off he goes for a run. Tackled on the halfway line. And that's out to Minnetonka, who start to get the ball rolling and start to move forward. Not held in the tackle there, allowed to continue. And there's the Minnetonka ball dropped there. Now Freeborn have won a turnover. They're looking to move the ball through their props. There's a rumble up the middle channel there. And then Freeborn again recycling to 10. Taken by the 12, who tries to break the line. And the referee has halted the game for a penalty against Minnetonka. Albert Lea with a quick tap from their number 10. Takes the ball into contact on the 20-30 yard line. It's out to the number 1, who looks to break through and break some tackles, and he's off and running. There we go. First try of the game, scored by number 1, Evan Schroeder, who's a senior at Albert Lea. Albert Lea with a quick tap from their number 10, takes the ball into contact on the 20-30 yard line. Ledger Studio, the hooker for Albert Lea, will attempt to convert the try. Break some tackles, and he's off and running. An additional 2 points. There we go. First try. And he's unsuccessful with the kick, so it remains 5-0 to Albert Lea. 27 minutes still remaining. Now we're looking for a ball. And still looking for a ball. So Albert Lea off like a rocket there. 5-0 up already. There's Antonio Castillo with a kick with a restart. Taken by the Albert Lea number 12, who accelerates into the midfield there. Presents good ball. Let's see if we can get quick possession here. Castillo, the prop, taking it up, getting held on the gay line there. Places it back for his team. Stolen by Minnetonka, who've infringed. Looks like they're offside in the breakdown.
Chance for Albert Lea to relieve the pressure.
Decide Albert Lee decided to take a quick pop, passing that to Evan Schroeder again, allowing him to move up the field. The ball being held up a little bit there. Now it's on to number 8 for Albert Lee. The quick supported closely by number 3, William Velasquez, who decides to take the ball in himself. It's been recycled, and then number 7 taking the ball on. Good clean out from Albert Lee. Unfortunately, an infringement there. And penalty to Albert Lee. Number 10, Dylan Gross with the penalty kick. And he puts that out for a line out, very close to the Minnetonka line. Now Albert Lee walking up to the line out, probably made their call. Looking to do a 6-man line out. Or 8-man. Good take in the middle, and now they look to drive that ball. So held up by Minnetonka. Albert Lee still moving forward. Let's get the ball out, so spread wide to number 10, who cuts back inside. It's held up short. Some successful counter-rucking from Minnetonka there, but the ball is now out. Taken on. And a try for Albert Lee. Unable to see who scored. It's held up short. And now number 2, Ledger Studio with the attempted conversion there, but the ball is now out. Taken on. And a try. Albert Lee. And he's missed. 7-8-10 now to Albert Lee. With 23 minutes to go. Now number 10 for Minnetonka, Antonio Castillo with the restart. Kicks it back to Albert Lee. And straight out of play. So Albert Lee get the choice of a scrum or kick again. And going for a scrum on the halfway line. So the front rows are now binding. Albert Lee will have the feed through Luis Chavez, who's a sophomore at Albert Lee High School. The scrum has been reset. And Luis Chavez with the feed. And a dominant scrum there by Albert Lee. But it's lost, the possession has been lost against the head. Fed out, and now Minnetonka have a chance to run the ball back for the first time in the game. There's a brilliant tackle on the gain line from Albert Lee, knocking the Minnetonka forwards back. The feed and another lost ball in contact. The knock on, but Albert Lee are now in attack with the advantages with them. And the feed to number 3, rumbles up the middle there. It keeps going, takes a lot to put that guy down. A brilliant counter-rucking by Minnetonka. The referee is blown. It goes back to the original knock on by Minnetonka in the tackle. It's Luis Chavez with the feed for Albert Lee. Looks like a successful scrum and a number 8 pick. From Esteban Mixteco, straight into the midfield there. And now it's William Velasquez who's taking the ball upfield. And then a feed out to Albert Lee. It's a half break there by the number 13. They've recycled the ball. That ball is static. The number 1 has managed to make some yardage. And again, and Albert Lee looked to spread this ball wide, but they've run out of players. It looks like the Albert Lee player entered from the side of the ruck, not through the gate at the back. So it's a penalty to Minnetonka. And it's Antonio Castillo with the kick. And he makes it to the halfway line where Minnetonka will have a line out. This looks like Minnetonka's first put in of the game. There's 19 minutes remaining in the half. And it's a good take by the Minnetonka line out. The community try to push the ball back upfield. They're looking for quick ball here. It's out. That's over above his head. That's number 3. Noah Ralph, who took that ball into contact, being recycled. Minnetonka take the ball up. The referee is blown. And so the referee is warning them for high tackles. And then Castillo's put the ball out. Probably on the 10-yard line. So advantage to Minnetonka with a line out from the penalty. This is the second line out. Let's see if we can be successful with this one. A clean ball. It's tapped down. Taken by the scrum half. With a slick back move, but that's held up in midfield. Number 11 looks to break through. Minnetonka with the ball again. And there's Ralph Noah charging up the midfield. And then recycled by Minnetonka. Quick thinking from Minnetonka as they look to get moving. It looked like Albert Lee in that 10 meters from the penalty. The ball is laid back. Quick ball as Minnetonka come again through Ralph. There's number 7. For Felix Schneider of Minnetonka, who's a sophomore in his second year of rugby. So that's 5 points back for Minnetonka. Score remains 10-5. And they have a chance for a conversion. Quick ball, Minnetonka come again. Through Ralph. There's number 7. And this is Antonio Castillo with the attempt at the conversion. It's a wonderful kick. It's got the distance, but not the accuracy. So it remains 10-5 to Albert Lee with 16 minutes left in the half. Now the Albert Lee Fly half, Dylan Gross will kick the ball back to Albert Lee, to Minnetonka, sorry. Dylan's been playing rugby for 3 years. That was a good take by Noah Ralph. Sorry, Joey Donnelly. He's a junior at Minnetonka playing number 1. Minnetonka now to keep the ball, trying to get the ball to ground so they can play it back. Some good counter rucking by Albert Lee. Now then Albert Lee, number 8, is taking the ball on. A turnover to Albert Lee. Quick ball. Now looking to push it wide. Just caught by his shirt tail there. And the ball is turned over. The referee is blown for an infringement. Diving in, the Minnetonka number 6, Don McCarthy, not allowing Albert Lee the opportunity to recycle the ball. So it's an Albert Lee penalty from about 10-15 yards out from the score, the try line. Albert Lee opting to tap and go. That's well defended by Minnetonka. Then a sidestep, trying to cut inside. Minnetonka trying to push the players out. And the ball is recycled. Very good defensive structure by Minnetonka set up there. Albert Lee players bunched in the center. Number 3 rumbles it up, and now number 7 trying to take the ball on. And a missed tackle, but then recovered by Minnetonka. And the referee is blown for an infringement. It's a penalty against Minnetonka. Once again, Albert Lee looking to do the quick tap. It's off to number 19. He looks to drive his way over the line. And that is a try to Albert Lee. Number 19 is Daniel Pina, who's a junior but has been playing rugby for 3 years. And the referee is blown for an infringement. And now it's a penalty against Minnetonka. Once again, Albert Lee looking to do the quick tap. Will it's off to number 19. Have attempted the kick. To drive his way over the line. It's actually number 19 for Albert Lee. Is Levi Ruclo, who's a freshman, but has also been playing rugby for 3 years.
So this is the 3rd attempt, and that is good. That's an additional 2 points. That makes the score 17-5 to Albert Lee with 12 minutes left in the half. Passing over the stadium now.
So it's Antonio Castillo to restart the game. There's a deep kick. Fielded by Albert Lee. Number 9 straight into the winger from Minnetonka, who managed to turn the ball over.
But must have been illegally. Penalty to Albert Lee. The referee just having a word with the Minnetonka captain there about the infringement. out with a penalty.
With number 10, Dylan Gross is probably looking to put the ball out, take a line out.
Instead, he does an up and under in the centre of the field into some space as the Minnetonka players watch it. It's very unlucky that the bounce didn't fall to Albert Lee. And we're very lucky that didn't happen. Okay, Minnetonka looks to get the ball rolling again, number 4. And from there is broken one tackle, broken 2. And here they come again. 4. Referee's blown. Let's take time out. Penalize the Albert Lee players for not rolling away.
Antonio is looking to take
a kick. Ball out.
the line out.
And then send it up into the stands.
Okay,
The line out throw taken by Josh Dahlstrom.
he's a junior at Minnetonka High School.
The middle, number 6 wearing that athletic tape on his arms. Down the midfield, show and go from the number 12, but that fooled nobody. There's a counter ruck here from Minnetonka, taken once again by number 1.
Joey Donnelly is having a very effective first half, taking the ball, making plenty of yards. Quick pop from Minnetonka as they look to break the feed. As they go through, they're running out of space here, running out of options. Number 12 from Minnetonka still on his feet, trying to make some yards, being held back by the Albert Lee players, like 4 or 5 of them hanging off him. Needs to go to ground. A maul is called. Of course, in a maul, the team going forward will win possession. There we go, he managed to play that ball back. There seems to be an Albert Lee player lying in front of the ball. And the referee has awarded a penalty against Albert Lee for not being 10. The breakdown, which is offside. Center of the field. Maybe 20, 30 meters from the try line. Looks like Castillo is going to let Minnetonka run it. Do a quick tap and let's go. Taken up by their number 8. Tackled. Short. Ball recycled. Very quickly out. Another show and go by Castillo. Somehow managed to get an offload out of the tackle. Number 13. And we'll see, the referee is just checking to see whether a try was scored. And it was. So that puts the score at 17-10. It's just under 6 minutes left in the half. And now Minnetonka will have a chance to get an extra 2 points. Another show and go by Castillo. Somehow managed to get an offload out of the tackle. Number 13. A smooth backline move from Minnetonka. Forwards taking the ball, quick recycle and passing it down the line. And the checking to see whether a try was scored. Textbook stuff. And it was. And of course, from the restart, Albert Lee will kick to Minnetonka, who will look to keep this momentum going for the rest of the half. Unfortunately, that kick was wide, but it had the distance. Excellent kick. Unfortunately wide. So it's the score remains 17-10 to Albert Lee with 6 minutes left in the half. There's 2 balls on the field. And now the restart from Albert Lee. Taken before it bounces by Minnetonka. By Josh Dahlstrom. And recycled. Minnetonka really looking to hit the gain line here. And now looking to push the ball wide. Oh, but intercepted by Albert Lee. Read that move perfectly. And that is William Bellerfield, who's a senior. He's been playing rugby for 3 years, scores for Albert Lee. Puts the score to 22-10. And recycled. Minnetonka really looking to hit the gain line here. And now looking to push the ball wide. Oh, but intercepted by Albert Lee. Read that move perfectly. And that is William this time Bellerfield. It's looks like Dylan Gross who's going to attempt the conversion. Straight in front of the posts. Should be no problem. And it is. So that's an additional 2 points. So that puts the score up to 24-10. It's Minnetonka restarting, kicking back to Albert Lee. So it's just under 4 minutes remaining in the half. A restart from Minnetonka, who'll be looking to score the next try for sure to keep themselves in the game before it gets too far away. It's a good restart taken by the Albert Lee number 10. Does a little shimmy, takes the ball up, met by a pack of Minnetonka. The ball goes to ground. And now the Albert Lee prop, as he's been doing all day, is like taking the hard yards there, getting over the gain line. Now Albert Lee needs to recycle the ball. They look to spin it to their backs. And then number 12. Some counter rucking there from Minnetonka, who are looking to get the ball, but taken out. Looks like a high tackle. The referee has called them back. And now they start. Taken by number 3. Ooh. Bosch. He thunders his way up the midfield there. Minnetonka coming over the top. Recycling the ball. It's Joey Donnelly with a pass. Some desperate tackling here from Albert Lee as they try to stem the tide. Now Joe Dahlstrom taking the ball on. It's good rucking there. Minnetonka number 8 going into the tackle. Just cut down in midfield, but he got over the gain line, keeping the momentum going. Quick hands there from Minnetonka, but pushed back. And Minnetonka looking for options. Number 13 is a real speedster, passes off to number 14. As Minnetonka look to keep that ball, to keep possession and bring the ball back into the midfield. Quick tap penalty and try. Try was scored by number 12, Joey Mabonde, who's a junior in Minnetonka High School. That brings the score 24-15, a high scoring first half, hugely entertaining. Minnetonka look to keep that Antonio ball, Castillo is looking to convert the try to get the additional 2 points. Quick tap penalty and try. Kick has the distance and the accuracy, so that's 2. That puts the score at 24-17 to Albert Lee with seconds left in the half. And just as halftime rolls around, a few spots of rain falling on the field now. Just make it a completely different half, second half with a wet ball flying around. That ball has gone out. Minnetonka with the option, kick again. And I've opted for the scrum, center line. Okay, Minnetonka put in on the halfway line. As soon as the ball goes dead, the half will end. And of course the game is still live until the ball goes out. Referees ask the teams to reset the scrum, probably having a word with the front rows. Pick up by the Minnetonka number 8, feeds the ball. Good back move, looking to move the ball forward, make some yards. Tackle, put out a play there. And penalised for a high tackle. So Minnetonka penalty. This will be the last play of the half after this penalty. And that's out. Minnetonka will have a line out put in here. The 5-yard line. A chance to put some points on the board for the halftime whistle. Picking up here, and the ball is put out of play for half time. Looks like the referee is using a different clock. So the Albert Lee number 8 comes in the stand to get the ball. There. Quick ball to the front. It's good, kind of 10-15 yards made there by the Albert Lee tight end prop. The ball is now recycled to their number 1, who looks to move it up midfield. Back to number 9. Okay, welcome back to the second half. We've had some technical difficulties with the microphone, but the score is currently 29-31 to Minnetonka with around 10-11 minutes left in the half. It's been a very competitive second half, very evenly matched, with also thwarted by some very heavy rain that's fallen over the field. Now seems to clear it. Made the ball a bit like a bar of soap. So now Minnetonka have a penalty a few yards out from the Albert Lee line. They're looking to score with this. Their number one driving over is held up short and then knocked the ball on. So looks like it's a scrum to Albert Lee. On my error, it looks like it's a free kick or a penalty to Albert Lee. The ball goes out, caught by Minnetonka winger, number 14, who's looking to score. He takes that ball straight back, and a brilliant bit of skill to catch the ball in the air. The ball's very wet, break through 2 or 3 tackles, and then score. That makes the score 36-29 to Minnetonka. You can probably hear on my microphone what that means to the Minnetonka players. Who's looking to score. He takes that ball straight back, and a brilliant bit of skill to catch the ball. There's less than 10 minutes left in the game. It's like Albert Lee, who started so strongly in the first 20 minutes of the game, seem to have run out of steam right now as the momentum is completely with Minnetonka. Okay, so Castillo with a kick. Looks like it has a distance. Does it have the accuracy? Yes. So additional point, 2 points at 38-29. It means that now Albert Lee, to bring the scores level, have got to score 2 tries. Or score twice to get back into the game. And now they kick off to Minnetonka. Let's see what they have. There's the kickoff, taken by number 3. He breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, is now brought down. The ball recycled by Minnetonka, knocked on there. Advantage to Albert Lee. He will now have the scrum. As Minnetonka now look to make a couple of substitutes. Number 21 coming on, packing down in the back row there. And the ball's picked up by number 8, and Albert Lee, who looks to run at the defense. It's gone too wide and carried out. Possession to Minnetonka. Oh, penalized for a high tackle. So number 1 from Albert Lee taking the ball up again, but he's well met by Minnetonka defense. Ball fed back, but slowed it all down. So Albert Lee looked to try and get over the gain line, but a push back. Number 3 demanding the ball. He forces his way over the gain line, pushes like three or four players to take him down. And Albert Lee now need quick ball. They need to put this out wide, and that's intercepted by the Minnetonka 30, who read that. Who saw that coming, as now looks like he's going to score under the posts. And is try to Minnetonka. It takes the score up to 43-29. Minnetonka now running away with it in the last few minutes, first 10 minutes of this game. Line pushes like three or four players to take him down. And Albert Lee now need quick ball. They need to put this out wide, and that's intercepted by the Minnetonka 30, who read that. Who saw that coming, as now looks like he's going to score under the posts. And is try to Minnetonka. It takes the score up to 43-29. The gain line pushes like three or four players to take him down. Under the posts. Albert Lee now need quick ball. They led a promising attack. They need to put this out wide, and it's intercepted by the Minnetonka 30. Try scored by the Minnetonka number 13. Saw that coming, as now looks like he's going to score under the post. Castillo looks to convert the try to Minnetonka 45 points. And that try is converted. That takes it 45-29. There's a gap of 16 points. And if Albert Lee want to remain in this game, they need to score next. This is taken up by the Minnetonka number 1, who seems to be playing with extra energy right now. Quick ball, the back of the rock, but driven back. And then juggled and picked up straight into a tackle. And Minnetonka looked to kick downfield, let the ball go out of play, which it does, just on the Albert Lee, just on the other side of the Albert Lee 10-yard line. And now Josh Dahlstrom looks to throw the ball into the line out. Looks like he's going to hit his front jumper. She does. Brought down. Spun out. And Minnetonka moving the ball circularly down the back line. So number 14, who's just stepped into the outside center slot. Held up short. And he scores. And Minnetonka running away with it now. Just for those watching at home, spun out. Minnetonka got to the final by beating Edina in a very, very tight match with Edina. So number 14, who's just stepped into the outside center slot, scored a last-minute held up short to beat the Hopkins side last weekend. So two very close semifinals for both teams to get here. And it looks sadly that now Minnetonka running away with the score. So we've passed 50 points. And if this kick is made, it'll be 52. The kick unsuccessful, so it now remains 50 points to 29 with just under 3.5 minutes left in the game. And then an interception there from Albert Lee. He's keeping the ball moving with momentum. Held up. 10, 15 yards out from the Minnetonka line. Looking for quick ball, taken up by number 3, who's been doing that all afternoon. Nearly makes it way through. There's a little bit of white line fever trying to get to the line there. And the ball is taken up again. But met handsomely by the Minnetonka defense, who look to feed again out to number 10. There's really nowhere to go for the Albert Lee attackers right now. The ball bobbling around in that ruck. Minnetonka come away with it. The referee has pinged them for, looks like offside. And a quick tap again. It's a race to the line and Albert Lee score. With less than 2 minutes left on the clock. It's too little, too late. The takes the score up to 36. The referee has pinged them for 50. Looks like offside. Quick tap again. Albert Lee still require race the line and Albert Lee score with some conversions to bring the scores level. Less than a minute on the clock, and all the Minnetonka really have to do now is play the ball, keep a hold of it, and control the game. The ball taken cleanly. There's a clean kick through, but the number 18 from Minnetonka is back in defense. Little chip himself. Minnetonka players not retreating after the kick. They're all offside. And then the defense well marshaled. And then the ball is inadvertently knocked on in the tackle by Albert Lee. Minnetonka just have to kick it off. And the ball is out of play. The deflection. Line out to Minnetonka. It looks like Minnetonka have nobody to throw the ball in the line out. The referee is blowing the whistle. I've not seen that before. There's a scrappy ball. It's played back. The kick caught by Albert Lee, number 3, who runs straight back at the defense. Made some yards. Gets to the gain line. Albert Lee looking for quick ball. You can see the Minnetonka forwards all bunched, waiting to intercept him. And again, a good defense by Minnetonka. They're not going to let this game slip away. But they're all offside. And again, quick call from Albert Lee. And a quick tap and go. Minnetonka defense has been allowed to regroup here. Is Albert Lee possibly looking to go for the line out? A quick ball to the number 1. Albert Lee looks to smash his way through the line. It's taken down. The ball's recycled. Number 10 trying to squeeze his way through there through a gap that closed. The door was closed. Number 3 demanding it. And away he goes. Held up and driven back in the tackle. Albert Lee now looking to spin it wide, but the scrum half takes a quick run. But it looks like the ball's been counter-rucked. Minnetonka penalized for not rolling away. An advantage to Albert Lee for a high tackle there. As the rain starts to come down again. Well held back. There's Albert Lee, number 1, I believe. Held up. And the game is called. So the winners and your D1 men's champions score by 50-36. It's Minnetonka. Congratulations to the winners, and also congratulations to Albert Lee, the losers who pushed Minnetonka for all but the last sort of 20-30 minutes of the game when they faded away.